Hey guys, it's Miss Cassidy. Welcome back again. So like we do every single day, get your textbook, notebook, or binder ready and jot down your name, date, English class, Miss Cassidy's English class, whichever you prefer, grade and section. Remember to leave a spot for your topic, which is the title of the story, The Camera Does Lie, followed by our objective for today is to cite evidence and draw conclusions. Our I can statement is, I can determine the author's purpose. Now remember, if you need more time to jot this down, you can always pause the video at any time and moment that you like, or you can come back to my YouTube channel anytime you need a little extra resource or information. Okay, so as I said before, the story we're reading this week is called The Camera Does Lie. It's an article by Meg Moss. Background information on Meg Moss. The camera doesn't lie is an old saying from the time when photos were shot on film and were hard to alter. Digital technology has changed all of that, and altered images can be posted online and go viral in a few hours. The author of this magazine article, Meg Moss, writes on a variety of topics, and she especially enjoys making complicated topics easy to understand. Here, she shares information to help readers understand why we can't always believe what we see. Setting a purpose for our reading. As we read, think about what the author means by the term video conarsetry. It's in paragraph 2. Look for facts and examples that give you more information about that term. So we would have to go over paragraph 1 and paragraph 2 here. Then we'd make it all the way to determining the author's purpose. Now, if you look at paragraph 2, I want you guys to highlight words and phrases that relate to the title of the article. That is the idea of a lying camera. Now, remember that you cannot annotate in the textbook. You can only do this in your own, you can do this in your textbook, but you cannot do it, I meant to say, on the online platform. So you would have to do this in your textbook, and then, the other part, which is the question, we can actually do it here on the online platform. So once you guys are done with annotating, let's look at the predict question. You already know that the author's main purpose is to inform or explain. What specifically do you think the author will provide information or explanations about? So that's when you guys type in your answer. Once you've got that done, you move on to paragraph 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then you'll come to contrasts and contradictions. Notice and note, in paragraph 4 and 6, highlight the examples of fake images the author provides. Once you've highlighted that in your textbook, you come back to the online platform and you go to where it says evaluate and answer the following questions. What difference does it make if these images are fake? Does it really do any harm? Explain. So once you guys have an answer to that, because you really need to think about it before you come and write down an answer, type it in there and then move on to the next one. Paragraph 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, and then you come to another question. Cite evidence, annotate. In paragraph 12, highlight the facts about golden eagles that Reet Alian uncovered during his research. Highlight these facts in your textbook. Paragraph 12. Once you're done, come back to the platform and draw conclusions based on what you found. Could the video be real? Why or why not? You guys must always justify your reasoning. You can't just say yes or no. You have to justify your reason. You have to give me a why or a why not. So type that in when you guys are ready. Then you read paragraph 13. We have a text in focus video for you guys. Paragraph 14 and paragraph 15. Again, we come to another determine author's purpose. Annotate. Highlight the sentence in Alian's quotation that tells one way in which camera shake is analyzed. So again, you have to do this in your textbooks manually, and then you come back to the online platform once you're done to go to the next question. Critique. How does this information help the author achieve her purpose for writing this article? So basically, they're just asking you that based on what you found, that sentence that you highlighted, his quotation, how does this help us understand, or how does this make us see what the author is trying to do? What is his purpose or her purpose in this case for writing this article? Once you have an answer, type it in there. Then we come to paragraph 16. We have a beautiful picture of a unicorn, or is it? Paragraph 17, 18, and 19. Again, we come to another cite evidence. We're going to annotate in paragraph 19 by highlighting what happened when Alian used scientific analysis on the Birdman film. Notice that Birdman's in quotation marks. Then underline how journalists proved the video to be a fake. Once you're done doing this in your textbooks, come back to the online platform and let's draw a conclusion. What does this example suggest about the future of digital image analysis? Wow. That's a really good question. You should really think about that before you put in your answer. What does this example suggest about the future of digital image analysis? Then we'll come to the end of the story, paragraph 20 and paragraph 21. It's a really interesting story, guys. I really hope you took your time reading it. Now, just to make sure we understand what we were talking about here, I have a short video for you guys to watch on that.
With digital tools, it is easier than ever to create, edit, and publish your work to the world. But there's a cost. It's also easier than ever to spread misinformation, and fake news has become a real issue in recent times. We see this with students. According to a Stanford study, only 25% of high school students were able to identify an accurate news story compared to a fake one. Students also had a hard time distinguishing between real and fake photographs, as well as authentic and staged videos. Researchers use the words bleak and dismaying to describe this, but it's not going away anytime soon, and that's a very real problem. So how do we fix it? Well, here's a 5-step process that I've used with students. A word of caution, it's not perfect, and there are probably other models out there, but I thought I would share it just in case you might want to use it. We call it the 5 C's of critical consuming. Number 1, context. Look at the context of the article. When was it written? Where does it come from? Have the events changed since then? Is there any new information that could change your perspective? Number 2, credibility. Check the credibility of the source. Does the site have a reputation for journalistic integrity? Does the author cite credible sources? Is it satirical? Is it on the list of fake news sites? Is it actually an advertisement posing as a real news story? Number 3, construction. Analyze the construction of the article. What is the bias? Are there any loaded words, any omissions, any propaganda techniques? Can you distinguish between the facts and the opinions? Or is it merely a bunch of speculation? Number 4, corroboration. Corroborate the information with other credible news sources. Make sure it's not the only source making this claim, and if it is, there's a good chance it's not actually true. Number 5, compare. Compare it to other news sources to get a different perspective. Find other credible sources from other areas of the ideological or political spectrum to provide nuance and get a bigger picture of what's actually going on.
Okay, so I hope that video helped you guys understand a little bit more. I hope you enjoyed reading the story. Can't wait to see you again next time. Take care, guys. Bye.